Hello and welcome back to Soul Shine Den, or welcome to Soul Shine Den if this is your first time. My name is Tracey, and we are now on day 6 of our unfwithable event. So, welcome in. Today we're going to focus on, it's like getting started, that something that you're ready to get started on or keep going on, until you see completion. Maybe it's that you've been sort of knocked down and it's getting back up to keep going. But that's what we're going to look at, the energy of that. So if you if you know you have a soul calling or some like a divine mission here, if you're a healer, an empath, you're a kind-hearted person, and you want more courage and confidence to show up even more yourself, or take up more space, or bring more of your gifts out into the world, then that's what this is about. We're here to identify what's been holding you back, or what's been in the way, so that you can shift it and transform it into your own, momentum to keep going and feeling that fulfillment, the joy that you get to have in doing being who you are, and doing what you're here to do. So thanks for being here. We're going to start with lighting a cinnamon stick, calling in angels, allies, for protection and for guidance. So grab your whatever supplies you have. We're going to use loose paper, markers, or color pencils, or water soluble pencils, gouache, watercolors. If you got some water and like a paintbrush, we're going to use that at some point. So we're just folding the paper, the loose paper, in half, and then in half again to make four sections. And then I'm just going to take a few breaths, bringing it to your heart. You can bring it to your womb, or wherever you want to bring it. Just taking some breaths and connecting to the energy of nature within the paper in your hands. And you may even visualize some roots, dropping some roots or cords down from the bottom of your feet or your tailbone, and dropping in to the ground beneath you. You may even give thanks for the land, give reverence to the land, and asking for that ancient wisdom to come up through the roots, connecting to you, to that wisdom. You may even feel or allow or call in this circle of love around you, so that you can feel secure in exploring some of these spaces in yourself that maybe you haven't seen, haven't been exposed to yet, but having the courage and feeling secure enough to see what's ready for you to expose or be aware of or shift. Sometimes that's the first step, is creating safety and security within ourselves or within our psyche, so that we're able to have that greater awareness. We have to create the safety for it first, where we can look at things without being ashamed or feeling tremendous pain, that we can look at it from a place of being curious or being, really kind to ourselves. So now we're going to label our paper on the top of each square. I'll show you. We're going to do mind, body, heart, soul. Because our intention is to align all of ourselves, all of these parts to come into coherence and alignment. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is create a face, the shoulders, like neck, shoulders. And if you want to just sketch it out, you can. I'm going to do a one-line sort of situation with my dominant hand, but you can also use your non-dominant if you want to. Let's see. It's kind of a smaller. You can see what I'm doing. It's kind of wonky. Okay, oops, there we go. Alright. Okay, and then after you get your face, if you want to add some more to it, add some hair or kind of just straighten up some things. I'm going to add a little more eyebrows. And okay, grab my black marker. I didn't mean to do it that way, but that's okay. Go back over that a little bit more. Alright. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is spend some time writing. And the invitation, we're looking at, having trouble getting going or keeping going. And yesterday we looked at procrastination, which is kind of putting off getting started. But this is like, you worked past, this is the way I look at it, like you worked past the putting it off, not even looking at it, like the thing that you just are like, yeah, one day, even though your heart's telling you to do it, put it off. But the can't get going is like you've decided you're going to start, you're doing this, but you sit down to do it or you're about to do it, and it's like you just, find the resistance. Or you've started it. It could be, a creative project, or could be something, with your offering or something, and you begin it, but you just can't seem to keep going enough to complete it, to get it out into the world. So we're looking at this as this process where there's resistance, there's delay, there's something in the way. So the invitation is to look at what is that, what area is it in that, in what area is this in your life? How is it showing up? What are your what are the ways that this happens for you? Or what are the distractions or the things you tell yourself, or maybe the people or in their environment in your life that contribute to not getting started or keeping going to see it all the way. So this is where we're going to write, and you're just going to write whatever feels true. Just opening up the channel to receive, from your higher self, connecting into. So we're going to write in each section the mind, body, heart, and soul. And again, writing what's true. So writing what feels, whether it feels positive or negative, where it's like you're complaining or having, a tantrum or pity party, then that's okay. Just write it out, whatever you're feeling. Or it may be that it feels like all encouraging and it's uplifting and it's supporting you and gassing you up. Whatever it is, whatever comes through, just allow yourself to write what feels true without filtering it or making it a certain way. I think that you'll get the most out of it, instead of it you're not trying to write something for anyone else. This is just for you. So being as honest as you can be, I think, will be the most beneficial. Okay, so I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. If you want more time, pause this and take it. Do what you want. All right, and go. And you can change up the colors if you want in each section. A little less than 3 minutes left. 2 minutes. Okay. Yay. Take a breath. If you need to kind of roll your shoulders back or shake it out. Okay. So the next piece, we're going to add some water to integrate it, to activate what you've processed. And also, so if what you're working with doesn't move with the the words, it's not water soluble, and you want to add watercolors or gouache or anything, then you're welcome to do that. So you can do both. You can just sort of smear the words together, and you can also add on top of it other colors if you want to. And it's just, the invitation is to breathe and just imagine all of this is becoming aligned and informing, they're communicating with each other, so that you're coming into wholeness through this, and tuning into the energy of flow is the invitation with this one, is to welcome in the flow of getting started, of keeping going, of seeing it to completion or to, the next level, and in a way that's healthy and feels good and fulfilling. So just any colors you want to add, you can do that. And then looking at your face, your image. If there's any words that you want to add, like supportive words, encouraging words, like you may want to imagine that you're adding these to your mindset, like you're programming your mind to operate from this sort of message that you want to give. You can add things, under your eye, under the eyes or the ears and the mouth, or in the hair or the forehead, or anywhere around it that you, again, just using your intuition. There's no right or wrong. One thing I tell myself sometimes, I'll just share this in case this supports anybody, and I just wrote this in the hair, is I know what to do and I do it. Sounds so simple. But we can overthink things, right? This can be part of the can't get started or can't keep going from overthinking or trying to get it right and trying to plan it all out. And what I found, specifically with my art, when I'm painting, is that if I just get going, I don't think about it or make a plan, I just start doing it, then I get into the flow of it. But if I'm sitting there like, okay, well, let me say, well, I'm going to do this here, I'm going to do this there, I'm going to make this there, I'm going to use these colors here. But if this is just my process, but if I don't try to get my mind involved in it from the start, and I just jump in and add some colors, then I can get into the flow of it, and it just comes more naturally. Sometimes that's what it is. It's like you just need to 1, 2, 3 go. I know what to do and I do it. I don't have to overthink it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add a prayer or a request, or petition, and it's really about asking what you need, tuning into what do I need in this moment for this energy of flow, to get going and to keep going. And I think sometimes it's about trusting yourself, or trusting that you'll have the answers when you need them, or you'll have the resources when you need them. That just came through. But yeah, so add a prayer. If you want. And so once you get that, I'm going to look at your image and ask what the message is, or if there's a message. Once you, if you feel like you've gotten all the symbols that you want to add to this and any words, then you'll ask for a message. And what do you need to know? You can ask that, or what am I not seeing? Or you can, if you want to ask a question, or you can just open up and say, tell me what I need to know. Tell me what you want me to know now. And you might want to add the date, and if you want to remember which one this is, you can put, kind of put on there what it is, if you want to keep up with it each day. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Very good. Thank you. Thank you for being here and bringing your energy to the space. Thank you for doing this work. This is not many people are willing to look at things that are blocking them or getting in their way. So thank you for your dedication to yourself and to bringing more of the goodness, from the divine out into the world. So thanks for being here. If there's anything, I'd love to hear if you got anything out of it and you want to share. I'd love to read that. And otherwise, hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be doing comparison. We're looking at comparison. All right.